lanzamiento, aquí viene un batazo de Mundito entre right center field, la bola pica, se extiende, viene anotando Stott, empata el juego, también manda para la bola Turner anota y los Phillies se van arriba. Se prepara, Mundito en segunda, el lanzamiento, batazo profundo para el center field, la bola se va, Schwarber bomb, ¡campanazo! Aquí viene el lanzamiento, swing y lo ponchó. Ponche de Alvarado, amigos.
Oh, hello, and welcome to Phillies Weekly. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you. How about that, guys? We're 7 games above 500, 42-35. Mattingly 33-16. I think we're going to fire the manager every year so we can make it to the World Series. Hopefully,
It's never not worked.
Hopefully, hey, come on. Hopefully it works this year. Hey, no, real pleasure to be here with you guys. We got Luke Arcaini. How you doing, Luke? How's it going, brother?
What's going on, gentlemen? Nice to be back. It's been a few weeks. I was up in the hills of Vermont with no service last week, so I wasn't even – man, I had no service. I wasn't even able to watch.
Another bachelor party for you?
No, it wasn't a bachelor party. Little vacation. I'm not going to lie. It was fantastic not to have service for 5 days.
I mean, Tyler, this guy's a machine, man. This guy is a machine. I mean, when you don't find him, I sent him a message. Hey, you want to join? Yeah, sure. I'm going to be here in Vermont. We're going to have some fun. So, hey, Tyler, how you doing, man? Another Phillies win. How about that, huh?
Hey, doing well. Happy to be here and happy to see the Phillies having success. And, everything is good right now.
So everything is good in the Phillies world. I mean, look, the Phillies are winning, and that is a great sign. Look, you gotta give it to the guys. I mean, they suddenly have woken up. The hitters are hitting, and we're gonna see some of the numbers in June, and they're very, very impressive. So we go the week 4-2. We go and beat the Marlins the first 2 games, and then we lose the last one. It was an ugly game. I mean, the Painter start. We'll talk about Painter as we go into our discussion here. But I think we did our job both against the Marlins and the Mets. I was a little worried after losing 2 games in a row, one to the Marlins 12-4 and the other one 6-4 against the Mets. But look, I think outside of that 4 game, I mean, we were in. I mean, Schwarber was a tying run in the bottom of the 9th inning in the first Mets game. So we had a chance to go in and win. So I don't know. I mean, guys, this team, sometimes it's the pitching, and when you're all bank on the pitching or starting pitching, we got the best pitching in the world. And then suddenly now we start moving the crews and start moving toward the hitting. I mean, the hitting has been incredible the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, the offense, it's either, you want to rip your hair out or they're going to cruise to the World Series. That's, there's really no in between. And right now they're in that cruise mode. And I mean, we've talked about this since the day Bryce Harper played his first game as a Philly, since the day Kyle Schwarber played his first game as a Philly. When those guys hit, the team wins. Like it's pretty simple. If those 2 guys are hitting, especially how they've been hitting, this stretch they're on these last 2 games is just unbelievable. I mean, Harper almost had another cycle tonight. And I know the triple's the hardest to get. The famous Tim Kelly, everyone from Destiny's Child except Beyonce, but it's insane. Like the run that these guys are on right now is just crazy. And it just further proves that once again, when they hit, this team cruises to victories every single night.
Look, I mean, there's no way to put yesterday's game as historic. What this guy did, they're the second team in baseball since 1932 to hit 3 home runs and hit for the cycle. And the most impressive thing about Harper, he did in the first 5 innings. I mean, it's just incredible what these guys have done. When Harper is on, I mean, there's nothing better in baseball than watching that guy just excel and be the elite. I mean, we should use the word elite guy that he is. I mean, you saw it today, and you're absolutely right, Luke. I mean, Harper, Schwarber hit a home run. His fourth home run in the last 2 days, and then Harper backs him up with another home run. And it's just, when those two guys are on, they're unstoppable.
It's like 1,600 feet of home runs in 24 hours for sure. It's pretty freaking ridiculous.
It's incredible. That's baseball. I think we are spoiled to have two of the best players in all baseball on our team. The important part here is the supporting cast. The guys that need the $30 million guy that needs to start playing like a $30 million guy, and the supporting cast needs to go in and back them up, and it's not happening. So, yesterday you got to give it to Turner. He went 2 for 5 with 3 run scores and an RBI, but Turner has not been Turner all year, and today I don't think it was any different. Outside of the first turn at bat that he went on a base on balls, but it's just, look, Schwarber, the Schwarber and Harper show is on, there is something special happening in Philly. So I don't know, Tyler, how do you see it? It's just, is it just Turner and Harper? And March once in a while, and then the rest is like we cross our fingers. How do you see this?
Yeah, I think the first thing, and this leads up to the struggles at the beginning of the year, is the starting pitching has to be consistent, and they do a very good job of being consistent. But when it comes to the offense, when Harper and when Schwarber are on, it seems like this team is going to win the World Series. They're on it. And the supporting cast, I think the one thing that they have to get better at is they have to get a rotation of these guys hot at a specific point, because we do get into these stretches where nobody's hitting. And Harper, Schwarber, Turner, they're not always going to hit. So I think it's really important that they're doing what they're doing right now, but they still have to get more production from those other guys. And, we saw encouraging at-bats, yesterday from Crawford. Real Muto, he seems to have some really good days now, unlike at the beginning of the year. And, Bohm, he's been clutch recently. Yeah. So it's just keeping these guys hot. No one's mentioning, how Hill and Rincones haven't really hit in right field. And that's a good sign that, everything else is going well, because we were certainly hearing that about Garcia for about 2 months.
And there's really one more thing for me too, is, that Bryson Stott OPS, that number was in the 5s a month ago. Yeah. A month and a half ago. He's really turned it on. Even Bohm, both of his numbers. What was Bohm? Was he in the 3s at one point?
It was
really bad.
It was non-existent. Let's just put it that way.
Even with Trey, the last 2 games, I felt like Trey has been a little more on plane the last 2 nights. I think the swings looked a lot better over the last, 30 hours, over these last 2 dominating wins. Didn't have a great night tonight, but I still thought, the swing is looking a lot better than it was in that slump. It seems like we could be at the start of one of those just 2-week Trey Turner scorching hot streaks. It seems like he's really swinging the bat back on plane again, because it feels like the mechanics were just all over the place. And I know they were working with him a little bit in the cage. There was one day he said he went out and took like 1,500 swings, and the next day he came in, he took 2, and he had a 3-hit night. That's baseball. But, it seems like he's getting a little back more on plane now, which will be good, because, it's been a bit of a struggle watching him be in the leadoff spot. And these games that the Phillies, are down 1 run in the 9th. You don't want Trey up there before Schwarber right now. You don't want Trey up there before Harper right now. So hopefully that's another big thing that this Phillies team can get, because if you get one of these Trey hot streaks with the way Schwarber and Harper are hitting right now, they're going to rip off a lot more wins than they're doing right now.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I agree 100% with that. Here's Kevin sending the message. He's sitting season. He had a very interesting question, which is, can the Phillies, which are 6.5 games now out of the first place, catch the Braves? And the Braves are injured right now. They don't have, outside of Chris Sale, they don't, they do have, Elder, and they have Holmes and some of those guys, but they don't have the starting pitching that they had originally. it's going to be interesting. Swellenbach still after the All-Star break, and we don't know what version of Swellenbach they're going to get if he's going to hold up, and some of the other pitchers. So it'll be interesting. I mean, it'll be interesting.
I wouldn't be incredibly shocked if you told me on the 4th of July the Phillies were like 2.5 games back of the Braves.
Wow.
Like the Phillies have a chance to really continue to, shorten this gap here.
And this is a good time too, because the Braves have won 3 of their last 10 games.
Yeah.
They had people like Elder pitching out of his mind. There's guys in the bullpen with Atlanta that were pitching out of their mind as well that really don't have that sustained track record. So with the Phillies getting hot right now, we're facing the Nationals after this. I think this is a very good opportunity to start gaining some games because, I mean, what do we go? This entire time Mattingly was here and barely gained any games on the Braves because they continued to win. So
yeah, I think we ripped those first 8 games off and made up like a half a game over that.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Braves, don't get me wrong, they have a good team, but they have been playing a lot better than what I think they should have been on paper, especially with their pitching.
I agree. I mean, there's Dorwin, one of the big Phillies fans from Latin America. Dorwin, pleasure to be here. Happy Father's Day. And there's our friend from Phillies Throwback. I mean, happy Father's Day to everyone. I mean, not Luke. Luke's still
those
a
two
bachelor.
Guys right there. Those two guys.
We're both dads and proud dads. Let's just put it that way. I mean, you got younger kids, Tyler. I got them. One already graduated from the university, and the other one is a Penn. So I mean, it's like so we have the kids still there. So again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I mean, it is a real pleasure. Thank you for reminding us that. We should have started with that more than the Phillies win. We've been so excited. Beat the Mets, and we beat
all
the
these
Mets.
Four bombs, dude. We get excited.
And I can't wait for Tyler to post whatever the guy is. I mean, that guy, the Mets fan, going crazy, breaking his glasses. What's his name?
Frank the Tank.
There we go. Yeah. Frank the Tank is
he's
dying,
out of
man.
control. I met him once at a Mets game. He's a good guy, but it's not an act. That is who he actually is.
Yeah, so we'll have. I mean, we won't have the extended show today for an hour or whatever. We'll try to do it quick. And here's where the team is: 42-35, 23-19 at home. So I mean, look, everything is looking great. 33-16 under Mattingly. Look toward the right, May and June. I mean, last year in May, we were 1 game off May. Last year we were 19-9. This year we're 18-10. In June, last year, we were 14-13, and we are 12-6. So, again, we were not as hot in April. I mean, 10-16 versus 14-12 that we were last year, barely around 500. Last year, we were significantly below. But this team is beginning to catch fire, and we'll look in the next slide how our hitting is beginning to wake up. I mean, the last 3 weeks, I mean, we've hit a lot better than we had hit all year. So that's a great sign for the team. We're 10-9 now against the National League East, 21-23 against 500-plus teams. I added this, 20-12 against teams that are less than 500. And then we're 4-3 in extra innings and 15-6 in one-run games, and we're 14-11 in series. So this team, I did not update the runs differential. So now we 4 runs were -4. I didn't have time to do that, but I did add it that we beat the lefties. So we're 12-17 against lefties and 30-18 against right-handed pitching. So look, the picture is rosier than it's been before. Take a look at 2 of the last 3 weeks, 5.33 runs, and this week 7.6 runs. Woo. I mean, look, I did it for the first 3 games. So if you add 6 runs today, it's probably like at 7.3 or somewhere around there, but it's very, very impressive.
I wonder if that's a record for Phillies weekly. That's got to be up there.
I think it is.
It's got to be up there.
I think we might have had a number like this last year, but it was pretty impressive. I mean, it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. And look, our pitching, particularly with Painter and to a certain extent Nola, has not been as hot over the last. Here's what our pitching did this week. So Wheeler was fantastic, only 2 hits. Today he pitched 5 in 2 innings. I mean, because his pitch count went up significantly. He only allowed 4 hits, a couple of runs. But Wheeler has been amazing what he's done this year for this team. Simply amazing. I mean, amazing. Wheeler, let me put it this way. And I know everybody's going to say, well, Mattingly came in. Look, Mattingly and Wheeler. I mean, since Wheeler came in, this team is a different team. And then Luzardo has improved. I mean, that's a hell of an outing by Luzardo. 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 9 strikeouts. 75% of his first pitches to hitters were strikes. And that's the other thing. I got to give it to Painter. I mean, that is one thing that Painter always tried to do, and I know he's tried to do it after the first few starts, is throw strikes to the first hitter, and he did that. Unfortunately, he did not have the fastball to a quality fastball, and that was the big issue here. So we lost that game 4-12, and then Nola only pitched five innings, 7 hits, two runs. Look, I'll take this out of Nola, and I know there were a couple of home runs, but I'll take this out of Nola. That is well, I mean, it's not going to be a quality start in the baseball sense, but it's a quality start from a 4th or a 5th starter to be able to win a game. So, look, Nola of the last 3 outings have been serviceable. I'll probably use that word, serviceable plus. I would probably use those words. And then Sanchez has been Sanchez at home. This guy is unbeatable. 6 innings, 1 run. He did not have his best stuff. I mean, I remember 2 or 3 times last year when the Mets were here, struck out 10 to 12 batters in those outings. So, and then look, the pitching did his part. I mean, this takes us. I mean, 2 innings, 6 runs takes you out of proportion from our starting pitching. But look, the team has done their part. Let's continue some of the additional things that I hear for you guys. Take a look at what's going on here in June. So June. Look at this. In April, we scored 3.88 runs. In May, 4 runs. In June, 4.75 runs. 8th in all baseball. And a big part of that, I mean, look at the home runs. We're 8th in home run in all of baseball. We've hit 25 home runs. I did not update the total for the 2nd week in a row. I forgot to update the total. I did update it June, but I did not update the total because I was waiting for the end of the game. But April, May, and June are perfect. And you can see the evolution there from 14 home runs to 6 to 9. We continue to evolve there. Look at our average continues to grow. And something that is very, very concerning, the on-base percentage. We are 16th in June after being 27th and 29th during April and May. And then the OPS, 23rd, 22nd, and now 14th in June. And then you see the ERA from 25th in April to 4th with a 3.19 in May to 4.20. So we are kind of pulling back a little bit on our pitching. Hopefully with what they'll do on the 5th starter, it will improve a little bit. The way I look at the 5th starter is probably going to be Alan Rangel pitching maybe 4 innings, and then the rest will be a bullpen inning.
Yeah, that seems like certainly the plan. They haven't really wanted to announce anything, but
you want to make the announcement of what happened tonight?
So they did make a couple moves. Bryce Wilson was DFA'd. He pitched 2 innings in relief the other night.
Scoreless innings, I might say.
Yeah, and honestly, that's a situation where, deep down they're probably hoping that he does clear waivers. Considering the lack of the starting pitching depth. But Max Lazar got optioned back to AAA. Kyle Backus will be activated tomorrow, which is going to be big because they're pretty thin with left-handed relievers right now, and I don't think they have a ton of confidence in having a true high leverage lefty right now.
Yeah.
So, hopefully Backus can get into there. And then it seems like it'll be Alan Rangel tomorrow. Once again, nothing's confirmed official, but that sort of seems like where it's leaning to.
I will say I'm a little surprised that they did DFA Bryce Wilson because Rangel wasn't that impressive in his last start. I mean, he was facing the AAA Red Sox, and they have a pretty deep lineup, but he definitely struggled with command. Wilson, I mean, he hasn't had a good year in AAA, but he does have that scoreless streak. So I'm hopeful. I mean, but the Nationals, they score a ton of runs.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting to see. And
I know. I went to look, just at the upcoming games. I was like, the Phillies have a little stretch here, and then you go and look, and you realize 80 games into the year, the Nationals are over 500. They're 40 and 38 right now. They're playing.
They just can't pitch.
Baseball. Yeah, no,
that's their biggest issue. They can certainly hit.
They can mash the baseball.
Yeah, no, you asked for it, right? Here it is.
Yeah. That's
here's a slide. Look, it's look, the Nationals on the Marlins. Look at that. They're 2 games or 2.5 games out of the Phillies. I mean, it's
that
like
Nationals run differential, man.
Yeah. I was a little worried, to be honest with you, in the Marlins series, and I said, "Oh, those Marlins are coming scary," but they did not have the pitching. I mean, they threw a couple of non-pitchers, and then they won the Alcantara game. This guy, I think Max Mayer, I think the name of the guy, he's one hell of a pitcher, man.
Oh yeah, he's got an arm on him.
2.75 ERA. He was one of the first picks from them a couple years ago, and he's I think he's the first Marlin to go 16 games without losing, and he's 8-0. I mean, and the reason I know that is because I have him in one of my fantasy leagues. So I play a couple of fantasy leagues, and I have him in one of my fantasy leagues. So I've been taking advantage of the Marlins run here. And look at the run differentials right now. I mean, we're zero. I mean, the Marlins are at 0, and the Nationals are +2. So look, they might not win this year, but they're coming. I mean, those are 2 very good young teams. They have quality players, and they're going to continue to grow. And the Phillies window, I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel that it's shrinking. Sometimes I feel the window is a little bit up. I mean, this week is significantly wider than it was last week.
Keep throwing money at the problems.
What was that?
Keep throwing money at the problems.
That's fine.
Well,
although you may end up like the Mets, but
yeah, it's going to be fascinating what we're going to do during the trading deadline, because my guess, we're going to throw money at it more than prospects, which is going to be very interesting. I don't know if we're going to eat some contracts that are pretty high up there and take money out of some people's books. I mean, I don't know. I just don't see us having the depth of prospects to be able to give away the farm. And are you willing to go away and give the Rincon that could be your future shortstop? I mean, if Adam Miller back continues to be an issue, or are you going to give Escobar, which could be your third base solution down the road? I mean, I don't know. Or your second baseman, Stott is a free agent in a couple of years. Are you going to pay Stott? I mean, there's some big. By the way, I love a Bryce Stott glove, but I do believe that Trey Turner is going to end up at second base. That's my guess. That's where he's going to end up. I mean. And we'll see a slide in a minute about Trey Turner and his numbers compared to last year, and they're scary. So the Phillies are basically, we're tied with the Cardinals in the 4th spot. It's going to be interesting, right? The Braves are what? How many games is that? 7 games out on the losing column?
6.5.
Yeah. Well, 7 games in the losing columns. I always look at the loss column.
Yeah,
so so we're 7 games away. I mean, it's still too early. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I think the next couple of weeks are going to be very telling, particularly on the Braves side. They have Acuna out. I mean, it's going to be very, very telling the next couple of weeks.
So this is the chance once again for the Phillies to keep the offense rolling. I just did a little digging, and I can't believe this number is real. The 4 starters that the Phillies are facing this week for the Nationals have allowed a combined 57 home runs this season. Miles Mikolas will go the last.
Hitting season is here.
They'll face Foster Griffin tomorrow, who's allowed 15 home runs this year.
Wow.
They'll face Zach Littell, everyone's favorite home run pitcher, on Tuesday. He's allowed 20 bombs this year. Cavalli's only allowed 6, but then they get Miles Mikolas on Thursday, who's allowed 6. 57 total home runs allowed out of the 4 starters that the Phillies will face this week. So this is the chance to keep the offense going this week.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a beautiful chance. Interesting. I mean, look where the Nats are and the Marlins are. They're only half a game away from the wild card.
Yep.
I mean, I mean, look at this, right? From the 12, I mean, there are only 3 teams that you could say, and the Mets are probably going to try to continue to fight. The Giants and the Rockies are the only two teams that you could say they don't have a chance to make it to the postseason.
Yep.
I mean, the Mets are going to try to fight it out, even though they are where they are. I mean, the Reds are 2.5 games, Pirates 1.5. I mean, this is going to be a very, very interesting race. And I still believe Phillies and Cubs, because of what they have in their rosters, are probably going to make up. I would not be surprised if the Cubs go after Skubal. He makes a lot of sense for that team. They're two teams that need badly pitching, the Cubs and the Braves. I mean, they are two teams that are going to go all out, in my opinion, and acquire pitching during the trading deadline because their pitchers are hurt right now. So
I think the Braves are going to try for Skubal a lot harder than Phillies fans are going to want them to. I think that.
And the Cubs, I mean,
honestly, it's pretty funny. Not like the Phillies are looking for a starting pitcher at that level. I don't think they're trying to trade for a Skubal at the deadline, but the Braves and the Phillies have pretty similar needs right now. All I've seen is Braves fans talking about how they want Byron Buxton. They need a right-handed outfield bat. They need a starter. They need probably one or two more bullpen pieces. It's the same wish list right now.
I don't think the Phillies have the prospects to go after Buxton.
I think they could get Buxton. I just don't think Buxton's going to leave.
I don't think he's going to leave. But I
think if they really tried, they could put it. They could.
Who
put
you going to give away?
Together.
Who you going to? I mean, Gage Wood.
They could throw Gage Wood and Adam Miller at him, and that would do Byron Buxton.
Oh well, if you're going to give Adam Miller, that's a different.
Yeah, story. No, I mean it's a crazy package for Byron Buxton.
But it has to be a crazy package.
If they really
tried, they got Renteria. That kid's good.
No way, dude. You're not touching that kid. That kid, I told you. I mean, I said it over and over again. That guy is going to be a superstar.
Yeah, I
mark my words.
I would not trade Renteria or Wood.
I saw that guy hitting during the winter in Venezuela in the home run derby. He hit 18 home runs. Acuna was competing. Miguel Cabrera, believe it or not, I mean, whatever was left of him, was competing in that tournament. I mean, this kid was fighting it against the big bats. I mean, big Venezuelan bats. I think Abreu, the right fielder of the Red Sox, was in that competition. He won the competition at the end. I mean, they had big-time major league hitters there, and this kid holding himself up.
In that home run derby, he beat Salvador Perez, and I think he was the youngest player by like 7 or 8 years on that field.
Telling you, he's going to be a superstar. Start getting ready.
That kid is
untouchable, dude. Untouchable.
He has 4 triples and 56 at-bats.
Has, 17 RBIs? I mean, the guy's a real deal.
400.
Yeah, the guy 390, 400. I mean, the guy is a real deal. So let's start. I'm sending messages to my friends down in the Dominican Republic. Can you go see this kid? I mean,
see him before he makes it to the States, super young, because he's not going to last long in that league.
Yeah, they might move him to Clearwater to try to accelerate. I mean, try to accelerate his timing because the guy is so good at it. I mean, so look, let's get ready, guys. Francisco Renteria, remember that name. You heard it here. What day is today?
I can't wait for the 2031
Today's the 21st of June of 2026. You heard it here.
If this kid's the real deal, he'll be here way before 2031. I don't care how young this guy is.
Yeah, he's probably maybe 3-4 years away max. I mean, of making it to the big league. So hopefully we'll have him. So here's the projections, guys. Where the projections now we're at -6 versus the Braves. So I'm looking at winning the National League East at 82%. And the Phillies at 15, and I'm like, this. I would say that number for the Braves should be more in the 70s, and the Phillies should be more in the 30s than where I see it there. So hopefully this gets moving, and I don't know. I mean, to me, as long as we make the playoffs, I mean, we've had two bad experiences winning the division, so maybe we go back to the old way of doing it.
I'm going to continue to die on the hill of I'd rather win the wild card.
Me too.
I don't think every team should want to, win the wild card. I think there's some teams where just go in, win the division, and just go cruise through. I truly do think the break hurts this Phillies team sometimes. Yeah. I think it hurts the guys. I'm not saying it's like I'm not going into a season. I don't want them to just cruise to the wild card, but like if they jump into that first wild card spot, or I guess it would maybe be the second one, but the Cardinals. I mean, I'm looking at some of these wild card teams, and I know it's June and they haven't fallen off yet, but some of these wild card teams just aren't going to be where they are in about a month and a half. It's going to be the Phillies. It's going to be the Cubs. It's going to be the Padres. It's going to be probably the Cardinals. I think they'll still be a serviceable team. They've been a respectable baseball team this year, but the Cardinals aren't going to be locking into the first wild card spot in October.
So Kevin says that he sees Turner going to the outfield after second base. Maybe. I don't know. To be honest with you, I mean,
I just don't. I don't think I'll ever.
I don't even care. Just get him off a shortstop.
Yeah, get him off shortstop. I mean, the thing is, what are you going to do with Stott? And it's just there are going to be ramifications. I mean, that's the problem with long-term deals. And I know we had to get him at the time that we did, and he was the best guy that we could had. But it's very, very unfortunate. So
I still thank God that we did him other than any of the other three options at the time, because out of the big four, he is clearing all three of the other options since he got here, which says a lot about that shortstop class.
Yeah. So remember, this is moving. It's a moving part because the game was on. So I did this in the middle of the game. So some of the numbers on the bottom, particularly, are going to be off. But runs per game were 20th in baseball. But in the month of June, we're 10th in baseball at 5.47 runs per game. Batting average, 233 in June, 259, 11th in baseball. On base percentage, which to me is a big, big deal. And it's something we need more runners on base, because when Schwarber and Harper are hitting, or March, I mean, particularly against a righty, we don't have them on base. And we need more runners on base. 323, 17th in baseball in the month of June. And then you see the improvement in OPS from 25th. We're 25th in the season. We're 14th in June at 766. We continue to have issues on OPS, both against righties and lefties. And then the saddest part, you'll see it in the next slide, we're fourth in baseball with runners in the scoring position. But we're 30th in baseball getting runners on base with runners in scoring position, which is a very sad story. So we hit when we get them on, but we don't get them. We're the worst in baseball getting them on. Chase, 27th, big issue continues to be.
It's whip. Funny though, like I always think the Chase thing is funny because, like, why I think it does matter. Harper is chasing at a pretty good rate, and he's having an unbelievable year. This is actually, based off of percentile, this is the most Kyle Schwarber has ever chased in a season with the Phillies, and he has 29 home runs on June 21st. That's just the interesting part about the chase thing sometimes is, you know, sometimes it's very concerning and you can see it, but sometimes these guys just get aggressive, and when they're aggressive, yeah, they're going to chase a little more, but they're also going to smoke the baseball. I will take Bryce Harper being in, I believe it's the 17th percentile in baseball in chase rate if he's going to be having the season like he is.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. You take the bad with the good. Go ahead.
I think that the issue is then you get someone like Bryson Stott.
Yes.
Where it's like, this is very concerning.
And then whatever you do, this is always whatever you do, never look at Edmundo Sosa's chase rate.
Yeah. No. Forget it.
Never look.
Turner, Nick Castellanos.
I love Edmundo. Never look at Edmundo Sosa's chase rate.
Look, didn't he hit? He swung at a pitch that wouldn't be hit between his legs a couple of years ago.
All right, actually, I am going to look at it. He is chasing 54% of the time this year.
Oh my God. Well. Nick Castellanos was doing his part too last year.
Not much better.
What I'm going to do is next week I'm going to add the chase rate. I mean, I have a lot of different categories. This to me, the chase rate, the percentage of K where we're 20-30 in baseball, and the lack of bases on balls. This to me screams lack of play discipline. I mean, we're not teaching play discipline. I know. You cannot teach, what does it say? The old saying, you cannot teach an old new tricks, an old guy new tricks, or something like that. We need to, I mean, this is, the reality is this team as a whole, as a lineup, lacks play discipline, and that's why you find the chase rate, the Ks, and base on balls. Take a look at these numbers for Milwaukee. Take a look at these numbers for the Cleveland Guardians. Take a look at these numbers for the Tampa Bay Rays. Those numbers are in the top 5. I mean, maybe top 10 in each one of those categories because they know that they cannot survive because they don't have the money to be able to play. So what they find is guys that get on base and hitters that make contact. I mean, to win games. And you saw it in the Milwaukee series. We lost the Milwaukee series, 3-2. A lot of them by just making simple contacts that we couldn't get the guys out of first. I mean, it's just that's the way you win games. So it is what it is. So here are the numbers. I mean, I know it's a loaded chart, but here, look at the Phillies are 30th in baseball out of 30 teams with only 635 plate appearances with runners in scoring position. And we're 4th in baseball with a 797 OPS. Yep. Take a look at where we are outside of the second or the third. By the way, that decline once Turner went to the second spot because that number was in the high 90s and then high 900s on the second the second spot in our lineup. So 6-6. I mean, look at that. Only 2 spots. I mean, look at it. The comparison versus last year. It's nowhere to be found the way we're hitting for the season. Again, we're improving. You see it on the all the way to the bottom. Look at our OPS, 25th. The last 2 weeks we've been 12th. The last week we've been 4th in baseball in OPS. So you're seeing a significant improvement there. And I put it on the right based on positions. And you see left field, and I didn't put DH, but you see left field and first base. And look where our outfielders are, 669. The average, I mean, in Major League Baseball for OPS is 7. I think it's between 715 and 720 this year. We're way below that, even though we have Brandon Marsh on the team. So
I was just about to say, imagine what that number would be without Brandon Marsh with his 823.
Brandon Marsh of this year. Imagine it would have been the Brandon Marsh of a couple of years ago. I mean, it is a scary situation. So here is kind of where our hitters are. Looking at it, this is updated. Career season, April, May, and June. You see it there. Turner is an 820 OPS for his career. He's 618 this year, 755 in April, 552 in May, and 580. By the way, that was in the 400s last week. So he's improved his OPS this week. Look at Schwarber. I mean, Schwarber is just amazing. He's having a career year once again. I mean, and he's just, I mean, this guy is special, man. There's no other way to position this. And then you see Harper having also a career year, or one of his best career years. I mean, Harper and Brandon Marsh, without a doubt, having an incredible year. And then you see the improvement both in Turner and Stott, hitting both in May and June above the average OPS in baseball.
You know, the eye test does not tell me that Stott's numbers are that good in May and June.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I'm glad they are.
Yeah, those are the numbers in May and June for him, and he's improving. I mean, you know what he's really good at, and I don't have it here, but it's on the next. He is one of the best hitters, if not the best hitter on this team with runners in scoring position.
Yep. Yes, he is.
He's a hell of a hitter with runners in scoring position. He's always had it throughout his career. So that's something that you have to admit. I mean, I remember the home run against the Marlins and the with the bases loaded, the grand slam that he hit. I mean, and there were a lot of times when the guy have been clutch and he's helped us win a lot of games. I mean, with runners in scoring position. So you got to give it to the guy. Let me see what else I have here. So I had a slide on Turner.
Let's see. OPS ranks, Phillies ranks of runners in scoring position. Bryson Stott is hitting 375 with a 1160 OPS this year with runners in scoring position. That's pretty ridiculous.
It's unreal. It's unreal. I mean,
he's only 4 points behind Schwarber with runners in scoring position, who has a 1164 and 5 homer. Like, it's pretty ridiculous what Stott is doing. He has a 446 on base percentage with runners in scoring position.
Look, I have it here. It's not updated. It's as of last week. I have it updated somewhere here. Let me just pull it up. Here it is. I mean, this was as of last week. Take a look at the runners in scoring position all the way to the right this year. He's number one in the team.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Schwarber,
I mean,
107.
they have 5 guys now with an OPS over 920 with runners in scoring position. Harper, Marsh, Bohm, Stott, Schwarber.
I mean, look, the
job
numbers are there.
Yeah.
That has been our biggest issue. That has been, look, there's only, again, this is as of last week, there are only three hitters that hit above the average of MLB with runners. I mean, not with runners. I mean, against right-handed pitching. Only 3 guys, and 4 guys are above the average of MLB hitting left-handed pitchers. With Sosa being average at 723. So look, we got to get runners on, and that's why I've been screaming that we need to start thinking. I've been screaming on Phillies fastball that we need to start looking at this different than we have. I mean, we need more Moneyball guys here, guys that can get on base, that can with Schwarber and Harper and March, they can bring him in. We need more runners on base.
Taylor Ward, bring him home.
I don't know. That's a guy that gets on base.
Yeah, he 400. And he has a 400 on base percentage. I mean, the big question with him, the big question with him is he's in his last year, and how much is going to cost you? Because there are going to be a lot of guys that will want him on the line on their team.
There's probably at least 12 teams.
That's your biggest bat on the market right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know Luis Arraez is lefty. He hits everyone. A guy like Luis Arraez, and I know the question is going to be, what are you playing? Because he can play first base and he can play second base. What are you playing? But that's the type of guy that you need. You need a leadoff or a second hitter that can get on base, and he's a lefty, but he hits everyone, guys. I mean, he's a hitting machine. He's a 360 on base percentage this year. Have won a batting championship in 3 of the last 4 years with 3 different teams. I mean, he's a machine. So here is let's talk for a minute about Turner. I mean, this to me is, I mean, it's sad. It's a sad story. And I know there's a lot of information here. He's the worst at 616 on base. I mean, before the game, at 616 OPS is the worst OPS of his entire career. And if you look at the 2 slides on the left is where he was last year. You see the batting average there in the 83rd percentile in baseball. And then he was not striking out that much. Take a look at everything was in red. 86 on batting run value, 99 in base run value. We know how he is. And 93 fielding run value. Take a look at where he is this year. Third, the batting run is 3. I mean, it's 3. It's like in the 3rd percentile. That is unheard of. I mean, from a 0 to 100, the guy is 3%. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, look at the base run value has always been there and will continue to be there, at least for now. And then look at the fielding from 93rd percentile to 15th percentile, and everything went down. Everything. I mean,
yeah, it's not good.
It's not good.
It's as simple as that. I mean, how the hell did he have 17 outs above average last year? That is just ridiculous.
And I'm sure his poor offense is also leading to his lack of focus defensively.
Yeah.
I mean, he's striking out more. Look at the whiff rate, 27.7. He was 24.8 last year. Look at his chase rate, 31.2. Now he's 35.9, way above average MLB. I mean, bat speed, 71? I mean, it's about the same, the bat speed. Hard hit.
Here's your drop. Here's your drop right here.
Barrel rate. I mean,
he hit 350 against all type of fastballs last year. That means 4-seam, 2-seam, stuff like that, sinkers. He's hitting 268 this year against fastballs. He hit even last year. He hit a respectable 250 off of breaking pitches. He's hitting 175 against breaking pitches this year. He had a 418 slugging percentage against breaking pitches last year. He has a 252 slugging percentage this year. He's whiffing 40% of the time at off-speed pitches, and he's whiffing 38% of the time on breaking pitches. I mean, his expected slugging is 261. It's not good, and people are just pumping fastballs at him right now because they know. And listen, I feel like the thing with Trey is you just think of him swinging at those low and away off speed, but guys are just pumping fastballs by him right now, and he's just whiffing right through them. He's swinging through them. It's not good. I mean, you go back and you look like just over the years, he has murdered fastballs. I mean, this is insane. Going back, 2025, he hit 350. 2024, he hit 313. 2023, his first year at the Phillies, he hit 272. But then before that, he went 329, 352, 358, 338. He's hitting 268 against fastballs this year. It's just that's his first problem is he's not hitting fastballs over the plate. And if you can't hit fastballs over the plate, you can't hit anything else. It's just something is off mechanically. And I know there was that video that came out the other day with that guy really breaking his swing down, but something is seriously off mechanically.
I mean, just look at that image.
You don't, if you're Trey Turner and you've played in the league for 12 whatever years it's been, you don't just forget how to hit. Like something is off mechanically.
I mean, this is a good question here. I mean, he's saying, Kevin's saying, will he drop in the batting order? I mean, that's a possibility. The question is, who do you put at lead? I mean, who do you put at the top?
Yeah, that's the big issue.
I mean, if you had Tyler Ward here, you would probably put him at the top. I mean, they're right-handed bat, but we don't have Tyler Ward. I mean, nobody else. I mean, Alec Bohm, can you bring Alec Bohm up? I mean, is he a possibility? Maybe. I'll try it. I wouldn't mind trying it.
If Alec Bohm's hot, I've always wondered about a Schwarber, Bohm, Harper, Marsh top four. And listen, I think it would be ideal if you could put Bohm in the 3 instead of Harper, and if you could slide Harper to 2, but I think we know the whole thing with Harper hitting 2, whether that's actually a thing or not. But I don't know. I don't think. Excuse me. I don't think they can continue to just throw him in the leadoff spot. And they're winning now with him in the leadoff spot, and he's still not hitting good. So once Harper slows down a little and once Schwarber starts to slump eventually, it's going to be like really bad at the top of the order.
Well, one thing that I noticed was that when they put Schwarber back to number 2, Harper was getting more pitches to hit. Pitches. So that's the other issue too. Like now you don't want to separate Schwarber and Harper. So then how do you fit Marsh in there? I mean, Marsh basically
against right-handed pitching, he'll be awesome. I mean, the problem is lefties that he's not as consistent. Even though, believe it or not, he's like the 4th best hitter we have on this team from an OPS standpoint against lefties, which is, I mean, it speaks of this entire lineup. I mean, it's really, really scary.
The OPS this year. Lefty thing is actually really funny. Do you know who's 3rd on the team in OPS against lefties?
Stott.
It's Bryson Stott. You know who's 5th on the team in OPS against lefties? It's Marsh. Do you know what 2 hitters are under both Bryson Stott, Alec Bohm, and Brandon Marsh against lefties? Bryce Harper and Trey Turner.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper is under all
Crawford has had, such an ugly year against lefties.
They're just not. They were at this point a month ago, but they're just not giving Crawford really any chance against lefties right now. I don't think they like what they've really seen against lefties. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. I would kind of like to see them just get a little more run. But right now you have to do whatever you need to do to win.
I would like to see him play against lefties every day too, especially because the replacement's just Derek Hill.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Sosa with Hill, but still, I think it
was. Poor Sosa. He's gonna play catcher soon. Get ready, guys. It's incredible, man. Look, I got to give it to the kid. The kid is he's God sent, and we love what Sosa represents and what he does for this team. But it's like watching him play the outfield is like, any of us going out there and just catching fly balls in that field.
He's just fine enough where it's not like pulling your hair out.
Yeah,
if he was any worse, I don't think you'd be able to play him out there every night against lefties. But He's just good enough to where it doesn't kill you every single night, which is fine right now.
Yeah, one last thing before we go away from Turner. To me, look at that swing, guys. That swing is too long. I mean, you need to make contact. I mean, you need to put the ball in play. That is his job. His job, the greatest assets Trey Turner has is his speed. And the only way the speed works, and if you make contact. So I'm seeing those swings. It's too big of a swing. Go to right field, make contact. I mean, focus. I mean, I remember in Latin America we had, I don't know, the caps of the glass bottles. They start throwing that to you. I don't know. Have you ever seen that? It's called chapita in Spanish, and you see a lot of guys like Arraez, a lot of that. I play a lot of chapitas. The when you throw the cap, it starts curving and you start hitting that way. Maybe he needs to start hitting a few chapitas out there so he can start making more contact. But he cannot continue swinging that long swing because he's going to miss so many balls. I mean, and he needs to make contact. That to me is the key.
I remember Segura used to do that. Yeah, and I mean, they interviewed him about that once. And he said
that's how you
really
learn. That's how you learn
to
hit
contact.
That's how you learn to earn curves. I mean, because what happened is it starts spinning around, and I mean, it's very hard to hit. So you get a broomstick, and then you start swinging at it, and that's how you get good and good eye coordination, and you make contact. And we need Turner to make contact. That to me is the key. And I'm seeing too long a swing, and you see it there. Let's go to our pitching, guys. Right quick. Here's where we are. We're 12 in baseball now. I mean, we were like 22nd in baseball 3-4 weeks ago. Our starting pitching has significantly improved. Now we're 10th. And our relief pitching is at 15. It has remained at that level, 15th in all baseball. So we've seen some significant improvement. And then you see it for the season, 12 at 407. And then you see kind of the improvement there at 425, 12 in baseball over the last 2 weeks. And the last week we're 9. So we're beginning to see an improvement as well from our pitching overall. I mean, again, ups and downs as usual, the way we talk with Painter and Nola, but I'm seeing positive signs that we're moving in the right direction. Let's see how we solve the 5th starter issue that we currently have. Here's where starters are in terms of their performance, including Wheeler today. Wheeler is amazing, guys. 2.15 ERA, 7-1. Sanchez is 9-3. Luzardo's 6-4.
Zach Wheeler didn't pitch for the first month of the season, and he's tied for 3rd in all of major leagues in wins. He's got 8 wins.
He deserves to go to the All-Star game, guys.
Man. Oh, 100%.
Absolutely. There's a lot of competition. That's the problem.
That's a problem. And Sanchez is going to make it. I mean, unless anything happens, good knock on wood that everything is good. But Sanchez is going to make it. The question they're going to have is Wheeler going to be the second guy? And he deserves it.
I will say I'm starting to get a little nervous. I need Sanchez to go on a 2 or 3 week run here before this All-Star game. I'm starting to get a little nervous that he's not going to be the starter.
Yeah,
I was
thinking about that, and I think they should give Wheeler the start. I think they should give the Wheeler. I mean, look, I understand. I mean, Misrowski's going to have another opportunity. Sanchez might have another opportunity. Wheeler, what he's done to come back and pitch at the level he's pitching, he deserves to be the starter.
I agree. Listen, I completely agree with you.
I'll go for the love of baseball, guys. I mean, I played baseball all my life, and I love the game. So it's that's my vote. I vote for Wheeler to be the starter. How about that?
Hey, I love a story, so I'm in.
Yeah, me too. Andrew Painter. A couple more slides, and then we're done here.
Andrew Painter will not be starting the All-Star.
Yeah,
maybe the home run derby.
He unfortunately he will not be starting. I mean, look, it is a sad story. It's a development story. The big questions, and I'll ask you this: should the Phillies have brought him up in the beginning of the year, or should they have kept him in AAA until he shows continuous improvement and then bring him up at the right time? I mean, that is a big question that is out there. I mean, I was okay with bringing him up, but the more I'm seeing here is, look, his fastball is not ready. I mean, take a look at the fastballs, guys. The fourth seamer They're hitting 404 against it with a 10.6% whiff. The sinker, they're hitting 364 against it with an 8.7. And then his slider, 302 with a 37.7 whiff rate. He did have a whiff rate with a splitter and with a slider at 38.4 and 37.47. I mean, the challenge here is when he's not throwing, they have to put additional burden on him to pitch other pitches so he can get out.
Well,
and
I think the thing with Painter is I don't think these pitches are terrible. I just think that where they're located is terrible.
Location.
And it's either in the middle of the zone or way out of the zone. And I think that's the biggest issue. I know that there isn't a lot of spin on the fastball as well. But I think that's contributing to where he's throwing the pitches. And I think the part that I'm not concerned about when it comes to Painter is he has the velo. I think the pitches are honestly fine. It's just all where they're going. And there's a lot of guys post Tommy John that, don't get the velo or their pitches are significantly worse when they're throwing them. And I don't see that. It's just where the pitches end up.
Yeah, the biggest number for me on this screen right now is that percentage column down there. A pitcher like Andrew Painter can't just throw his fastball 33% of the time. It just can't happen. It has to be 40% or higher. It's just
that level of fastball that he has.
Respectful, he's not confident in the pitch, and I see why he's not, because it's just flat. It's a flat pitch, but like you said, Ty, the biggest thing is he can't locate it. I was just curious because I put Zach Wheeler and Andrew Painter's four-seamer next to each other, basically on the baseball savant graphs that they show where the pitch is on average located this season. Zach Wheeler lives more up and out on righties. Andrew Painter is living nearly middle in on righties. Yeah. He cannot get it to the outside of the plate. And that's been the biggest thing. These righties are coming up and they're crushing it because he's giving them a belt high fastball in on the plate, and they're just turning and they're demolishing it. It feels like every home run Andrew Painter's given up this year has just been demolished. It's not like that Aaron Nola home run the other night with Juan Soto, the second one where you thought it was a fly out and it barely sneaks over. He's just getting crushed. I think it was the right move to bring him up. I think they needed him. I think based off the way that he was pitching, I think it was serviceable. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I don't think they thought it was going to be this bad. I don't think they thought he was going to be great right away. I don't even know if they thought he was going to be very good right away.
I would have been okay with a 4.5 ERA, and
I would have been okay with a 5. You can give me a 5 flat out of the 5 spot, and if you're getting outings like you are from Sanchez, Wheeler, and Luzardo, you can service a 4.75 out of your 5 spot. But it's just when you can't, he could never keep his team in a game. And that's the biggest thing. It was the Phillies were just falling into an immediate deficit every single night he went on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, it was 1-8. I mean, if you look at his numbers, I mean, it's 1-8 with a 7.06 ERA, 65 innings, 84 hits, 51 runs. Yeah. His control was there. If you go back to the original slide that I have way in the beginning, 71% of his pitches were, to the hitters were strikes. So that's not a bad thing. But unfortunately, look at his, 65 innings, 53 strikeouts. So he's not fooling anyone.
Yeah, this is really
home runs. Huh?
This is really crazy. After the stream, you guys got to go look at these baseball savant chart for this fastball. I just looked up Painter, Wheeler, Mizorowski, Skeens. And not saying Painter's any 3 of those guys, but every single one of these guys with their 4-seam fastball lives up and out on a righty. And Painter's He's practically middle. He's practically middle in with his fastball.
The game with the Marlins. I mean, I don't understand. Stubby asked the ball. I mean, right there, slightly off the middle of the plate. He put the ball there, and they hit a home run against him. And then the next home run, he was off. He was completely off, leaving the ball in the middle of the plate, and then they absolutely destroyed it. So, look, guys, it is a sad story. It is. I mean, I was looking at some of the comments from Cawthon. He thinks he's close. Well, not close enough. I mean, but let's hope he can fix it down in the minors. I do believe in this kid. I do believe this kid could be the next Wheeler for us. He has the stuff to do it. Yeah. The fastball has the velocity. It needs the movement, but he needs to control it, and he needs to work on his mechanics.
This is something that they can fix. It's what's nice about this is not an unfixable problem. This is honest to God, this is a very fixable problem. They just need the time to do it. And I wouldn't be surprised. They made this very clear to us the other day. I would not be surprised if you don't see him pitch in a game for 14 to 21 days. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. They're going to do a lot of bullpen work with him. They're going to do a lot of like side field work with him. I have to imagine he's going to be staring at an iPad a lot, which is good because they have to get his mechanics down. That's the first thing. He's falling to first base when he's pitching. It's been pretty obvious. He's every time he throws his fastball, he's just drifting down towards first base, that left side of the mound, and he's just not getting the ball. He's not getting the ball where he wants to get it because his plant foot isn't going where it needs to go. Mm-hmm. It doesn't sound like it sounds like a lot, but if your foot doesn't go where you want it to go, the ball's not going to go where you want.
Or where he needs to go. I mean, or where you want it to go, where he needs to go. Look, hopefully, a few weeks or a couple months down in the minors can get this guy right with his mechanics, and he can come back and help this team around the August timing. I mean, hopefully that's what we can get back out of Painter. I mean, it's going to be. Do you believe the Phillies are going to go and acquire another starting pitcher?
I think they're going to have to. I think they're going to have to get something. I don't think it's going to be some guy that could pitch a game 2 for you in the playoffs. Not like you need one, but I don't see how you can, right? Like I can't imagine them, not getting at least somebody. Like they can't say to themselves, all right, Andrew Painter's coming back in August and it's going to be Alan Ron-Hell in a bullpen game for the next month and a half. Because what if it doesn't work? What if that doesn't work? And what if Andrew Painter's not ready to come back by August? Like they have to get something.
What if one of their current starting pitchers gets hurt?
Exactly.
You have nobody.
That's I was talking about this the other day. Like, what if Jesus Luzardo goes down? What if Christopher Sanchez goes down? Like this team.
Knock on wood, guys. Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
They have to. They have to go get some sort of arm. It's not going to be a Scooble or any big guy like that, but they have to get a guy that can knock down some innings for them.
Yeah. Just right quick before we show next steps and kind of where they're going next. Always like to support a friend of the family, John Foley. His store is down on South Street. It opens Thursday to Sunday, so every Thursday to Sunday. At 2206 South Street in Philly. Let's go out and support a friend of the family. This is part of kind of what we do. We got to support the family, everyone that is here, from Tyler to Luke. Here's John Foley. He's part of what we do here on Phillies Weekly. You can go to his website, foleyonsouth.com, www.foleyonsouth.com. And if you make a purchase of $75 or above, you will immediately get free shipping. So $75 and above on Foley'sOnSouth.com. That one is 24/7, so you don't have to wait Thursday to Friday. I've gotten a few things. He had a sign from Broad Street with a bell that was really, really cool. I got it at his store. I live very, very close by. I'm down in Florida for the next few weeks doing some consulting work that I'm doing. So I'm going to be down in Florida for a few weeks. But I actually saw, I was there at the store. I live, as I said before, very close by. He has some very cool stuff. If you want merchandising from 2008 World Series, or I mean any of the special memorandum or memorabilia from the Phillies, he has it there. He does a tremendous job. He got me my bobblehead from Christopher Sanchez that I couldn't make it to the stadium that day, so I got one there. So he has some very, very cool stuff. So let's support a friend of the family. Again, at www.foleyonsouth.com. You can go there anytime and buy your merchandise. So why don't we go and just talk about what's coming up next, guys? So it's interesting, right? There are 5 more series. These are all the series till the end when we go to the All-Star break. 5 of them, we're going to play it on the road. 5 of those series are going to be played on the road. We're going to go to Washington, New York to play the Mets, where Pittsburgh comes to town on June 29th to the 2nd. And then because around Independence Day, with all the things that are going on around the FIFA World Cup, we're going to go play in Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Detroit. And then the first half of the season ends, and then we get the big All-Star break where we're going to do some magical things there. So, hey, there are only 5 series that we go there. Any thoughts about how you see it moving forward? Again, 2 great series, 4-2 against our own division. Now we'll go play 4 in Washington and then 3 in New York.
It's winnable games.
Yeah.
It's winnable games.
So tomorrow is I didn't realize that until I post this. Tomorrow is the Painter game. So it's probably going to be the Rangel game.
Yeah, well, it wasn't supposed to be, but they did make the flip. That was originally scheduled to be Luzardo's start, but because of the Friday off day, they moved Luzardo back.
And they needed to because they can't have the 2 bullpen game.
Yeah.
Nola, that's smart. I think that's a smart move. Yeah, that is a really smart move there. So we'll have probably Rangel, Luzardo, Nola, Sanchez, and Wheeler. We're going against Griffin, Little, Cavalli. Cavalli has been pitching decently for the Nationals, and then Mikolas, the old guy that don't go away. They used to play for the Cardinals. So
the Nationals swapped Cavalli and Mikolas.
Okay. So Cavalli's going to go against Christopher. I think that's to our advantage, by the way.
I don't think the Phillies will get on a plane till July 4th, even though they have 7 games on the road.
I mean, you think they'll go to Pittsburgh by plane.
They're home against Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's true.
They'll probably bust to Washington and New York or train. Yeah, they probably won't get on a plane till July 4th.
Yeah, they'll take the train to Washington and probably bus to New York. I mean, that's how normally it works. But I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's going to be interesting. I think. Look, we have an opportunity here. When you have opportunities, when the window opens, you just have to go and run with it. So, again, thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Anything else that you want to say about the Phils or anything in general before kind of we close the broadcast for today?
I got nothing.
Yeah, me either. Just they got to take advantage of these games.
They got to take advantage of this game. Let's start with you, Tyler. Where can we follow all your magic? I mean, by the way, if you want to get information about the Phillies, the best place to go, Phil's Tailgate. I mean, it's the place to go.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, just at Phil's Tailgate, mostly on Twitter, X. I'm on other platforms, but there's not much going on there.
That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much, Tyler, for joining us today. Luke, you're crossing broad and everywhere else. Where are you, brother?
Yeah, just at Arcaini Luke on X, Twitter, or whatever you call it. It's mostly that everywhere. If you look my name up, it should be somewhere on there. But thanks for having me again, Oscar.
Hey, thank you so much, Luke. Tyler, you guys are the best. And for all of you, thank you for taking the time. Happy Father's Day. We still have 15 more minutes to enjoy our fathers.
Happy Father's Day to you, too.
Hey, Luke, come on. You got to get on the wave.
No, whoa. Take it easy there.
Hey, have a wonderful week, guys. God bless. And thank you for being with us. Take care, guys. Thank you.
La lanzamiento, aquí viene un batazo de Mundito entre right center field, la bola pica, se extiende, viene anotando Stott, empata el juego, también manda para la bola Turner anota y los Phillies se van arriba. Se prepara Mundito en segunda, el lanzamiento, batazo profundo para el center field, la bola se va. Schwarber Bob, ¡campanazo! Aquí viene el lanzamiento. Swing y